What's up, you guys? It's Norm here from IMCARS, and we are doing another POV Drive video, this time in a 2016 Tesla Model S. So we're gonna unplug this Tesla, go along for some little errands, and I will tell you all about driving a Tesla Model S. Now, quickly, if you guys are enjoying these videos, I did do a POV drive in this Lamborghini there the other day, so I'll link that in the description down below. But for now, let's... Come on. Come on. Something's broken. Maybe I gotta unlock the car first. Unlock the car. There we go. Unplug the charger. And turn off our lights. And that should close on its own. Now, the trippy thing about Tesla is you kind of just get in, put it in reverse, and go. There's no start-stop. As long as you got the keys, you're ready to go. So, let's head off and do some errands. So, while I'll admit I'm not the biggest electric car fan, I will say Tesla does a couple of things very well. Probably better than most other manufacturers, and definitely better than some electrics. And one of those things, the main thing, is this whole infotainment display, which, I mean, by today's standards, it's still very good, but considering it's been this way for basically 10 years, this is impressive. So, like I said, we're on our way to run an errand, and, you know, rather than screwing around, putting an address in your phone, you just go navigate. Up here, you got a nice big touch screen, and you just start typing in where you want to go. In this case, we are going to Home Depot. And just click there. And just like that, calculates our route, tells you exactly how long, step-by-step directions, 11 minutes, 10 kilometers, and it says you'll have 58% battery when you get there, so it gives you a little bit of advice about charging. Now, let's just, for the sake of argument's sake, we're gonna put in a destination like Vancouver, somewhere really far in here. It would actually tell you, no, you're not gonna go to Vancouver, you're gonna go to XYZ charge station along the way. And there you go. So, super handy infotainment system. Cool thing with this is it's got full like LG LTE streaming in this one, so you've got all kinds of built-in radio stations. And I will say personally, I know it's a gimmick and there's lots of good and bad, but one of my favorite things about Tesla is the autopilot system, which once you've got this little steering wheel enabled there, which with a clear road like this, you can just double tap this little stalk down here, and now you are in full autopilot. You can also set this through the infotainment over here to, if you go to autopilot, you can set this to absolutely follow speed limits, or you can set it to 5 over, 10 over, or you can just set it to suggest. Like here it says max 110, but you can set it to whatever you want. So if you still want to do 130, you can do 130. So very nice system with the interface. It does prompt you to turn the steering wheel, apply slight turning force to steering wheel, and you actually really have to jiggle it. It's excuse me, it's not I think they call it haptic touch, which is basically like if you just have your hand resting on it, it will recognize it. In this, no, you actually have to turn it, and I'll say it's kind of annoying because it does it a little too often. And it also, if you don't, it loses its mind on you. It will remind you every 30 seconds, and I think it gets to a certain point where it will just shut off. It will not let you autopilot for the rest of the drive. But yeah, infotainment system, very good. Backup camera, very good. I actually think, just trying to see if camera. Yeah, so it actually lets you put the backup camera on while you're driving as well, which is, I don't know, kind of useless, but maybe a little nice. You can also look at all your energy displays. Got a red light coming up here, so we will stop so I can tell you a little bit more about the car. You've got all your energy displays, and you can set it for the last 10, 25, or 50 kilometers. And that also comes up here in the infotainment or the center display. These are all customizable. If you don't want your map there, you don't want this energy, you just, yeah, so you can go through the little wheel here and pretty much do anything from the center console. But I kind of like it the way it is right now. What else? Kind of gimmicky stuff. You can see all your text messages. You've got an arcade with different games. I think those only work while you're actually parked or at a stop. Got toy box with the sketch pad. This is kind of cool for kids and whatnot. I actually did a video a few years ago, which did pretty good on our channel, titled Hidden Quirks and Features of the Tesla Model X. But I think everything in that pretty well translated over to here. So I'm actually going to link that in the description below and up here right now. You can click and watch. Another thing, you've got full internet in here. You can go on a browser, watch whatever. It's frozen right now, apparently, which kind of sucks because I was telling you how good the screen is, but it's froze. Actually, never had that happen before. There you go. Came up. I wanted it to react a little too quick. Put some heat on these windows. Another cool thing about Tesla, it's got all the apps where you can pre-warm your car, all that sort of stuff. You can even have it set to like automatically warm up at 4 o'clock every day, or whatever time you set to. This particular one is a Model S 75D, so this is the 75 kilowatt battery. So you can see it's about 3/4 charge, and it says 300 kilometers of range with a full battery. I think this one reads 480, which is pretty good, but I think you're only gonna get like 350 in actual like real world driving. But still, you know, if you've got free charging, or you know, you got a charger at home, it's still probably considerably cheaper than filling up with gas. And of course, you've got the other benefit of you just don't need to go to gas stations anymore, which is, I think, a big reason why people buy electric. The cost and the time saving. You just plug in at home or plug in at your office every day and have a full battery. But I don't know, lots of downside with electric too. It seems as if lately values have been plummeting on lots of older electric cars, and there's kind of this long-term uncertainty about, you know, are these cars actually good for the environment, or are they bad for the environment, or what? So I think that's going to be an interesting thing to see over the next, you know, 10 or 20 years of my lifetime. You know, when I was a kid growing up, electric cars were not a thing. It was only like a weird concept to hear about a car that didn't have an engine. And now, like, I'd say 30% of cars sold brand new are full electric. And I think almost everything is at least a hybrid variant now, which is pretty crazy. And I mean, Tesla was the innovator. They were kind of the first one to the party in 2012 with the Model S, and I think it was 2009 or 2008 with the original Tesla Roadster. So they innovated it, and they got that jump on everybody else. But now it's here. The future is here, as they say. So it'll be interesting to see how this affects, you know, gasoline cars in the future with regulations and whatnot. But yeah, Tesla Model S. What does this car do well? Well, cheap cost of ownership, no maintenance, no gas. What else does it do well? It is a luxury car. It is nice inside. It's not a Rolls Royce by any means, but it is nice. And reliable? Yeah, reliable. Barely any moving parts, so you've got that benefit. And what else? What else can I tell you? What does it do bad? Oh, another good performance. With electric, you know, you got that instant torque just like that, and gets up and goes real quick. But the bad, what is the bad? Long-term uncertainty with values, you know, and things like that. You know, are these batteries gonna come like disposable, where the car just becomes worthless after, you know, another 10 years, like an iPhone or a laptop? Well, maybe. Hard to say. I think, you know, if you're getting into one of these in an entry-level price point, I don't really think you can go wrong.
3 hours later.
All right, back on my way home. Got my ceiling tiles, which probably didn't need a full Tesla. Probably could have put those in the Lambo. But I think in summary, I think when it comes to electric, my thoughts are this. I think there is a purpose, and its purpose doesn't really fit my lifestyle. I think if you just do a little bit of city driving, you live downtown, and maybe you have a place where you can get free charging, I think electric works. But for me, I do a little bit more driving than most. Doesn't really work for my lifestyle. I don't want to have that range anxiety everywhere I go. But what I will say is, I think, you know, I'm a car guy. I love gasoline engines. If this was like my 8th car and I had every other car at home that I wanted, I had, you know, exotics and some like dailies and maybe like an SUV or a truck to be practical, and I wanted just something that I could like hop in, go to the grocery store, you know, quick boom, 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 quick errand, I think I would go electric for that one purpose. But for an everyday daily driver, for me, just doesn't make sense. That's kind of my thought process on electric, and maybe that helps you realize if electric car is for you or not. But Tesla does have some really cool quirks and gimmicks. Like I said, the autopilot is probably my favorite. Another cool one that I'll just show you quickly is it will actually change lanes on its own. So put on your turn signal. There you go. Full change lanes on its own. So with that, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below if you like these POV drive videos or if you don't like them. I'm really curious to see what you guys think. And make sure you're subscribed to our channel. We'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, if you enjoyed this video, if you could do me a huge favor, click the like button down below. Check out some of our other videos on the channel and be sure to subscribe. It literally takes 1 second and it helps our channel out grow immensely. I actually like that one the best. The final one.